Every day, 1 in 3 women worldwide faces physical or sexual violence. In 2024 alone, 50,000 women and girls were killed by intimate partners or family members. And yet, less than 40% ever seek help. Against this grim reality, Anoma's collection at Radical Gallery could not be more timely, opening our eyes to the fate of women globally, even as Sri Lanka reels from the horrific rape of a girl child by a Buddhist monk. Today on Kaleidoscope, we focus on artists who refuse silence, who use their work to confront injustice and amplify women's voices. This program is dedicated to the children and women who endure gender-based violence daily. From the Kaleidoscope studios, Fabienne Francotte. Take a chill pill, and this week's headlines on CDB News in a blink. How much can a woman take, and how often have you been told to take a chill pill? Take a chill pill at the Radical Gallery in Fort flips that phrase on its head. What started as a way to regulate women's emotions becomes a powerful lens on control, agency, and identity. 12 women artists showed works that span invisibility, memory, resilience, and self-portraiture. Some of these artists explore how women negotiate presence in a world of social, legal, and cultural structures. You'll see singlehood reclaimed as autonomy, marriage reframed as transformation, kitchens turned into memory archives, and even masculinity reimagined through adornment. There's a 110-foot living mosaic of patchwork which augments the coming together of these women's lived experiences, which become resistance, endurance, and self-defined identity. Across YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, and Instagram, Kaleidoscope delivers stories that matter. Follow, subscribe, and stay connected because every moment counts. With gratitude to our partners who keep us moving each week, SriLanka Life, CDB, and The Daily Morning.
Cool appetizer. Introducing CDB Self, the digital wallet that makes life easy.
And now, your quick-fire headlines, the stories that matter only on CDB News in a blink. Sri Lanka's overall rate of inflation is up marginally to 5.5% in May from April's 5.4%. Sri Lanka's official poverty line rises to 17,117 rupees. In March, it was 16,690 rupees. Sri Lanka, at 12th place, wins 8 medals at the 22nd Asian Under-20 Athletics Championships. 1.09 billion rupees is approved by the Cabinet to restore the Colombo-Katunayake Expressway lighting. And here's your weekly market beat. There's a significant drop in the average daily turnover on the Colombo Stock Exchange, signaling a cooling down of investor interest and leaving the all-share price index flat over the past few weeks. Hostilities in the Gulf have escalated following stalled US-Iran peace negotiations, leading to WTI prices moving up to $95 per barrel once again. The European Central Bank recently noted that gold has overtaken US Treasuries as a top reserve asset, with most central banks buying gold and keeping its price stable at around $4,470 per ounce. Cairo monorail is set to be Africa's first driverless monorail network. Mayor of New York, Zohran Mamdani, officially repeals children's bedtimes ahead of the NBA Finals.
You focus on your goals. We will take care of the risks. SriLanka Life.
Fabienne Francotte is known for her unapologetic bold strokes, for exhibitions that unravel love, trauma, and memory with theatrical intensity. Today on Kaleidoscope SriLanka Live Dialogues, Fabienne, who we met up with at the Saskia Fernando Gallery, where her latest exhibition, Ad Vitam Aeternam, was being showcased, talks about the scars she has unearthed in her journey to be a voice through her work, to feel the pain, the powerlessness, and the silent resistance of those who face injustices daily. So, Fabienne, all your exhibitions have been about a cause or the scars that people carry. What is the thing that pierced you so deeply at the very first time where you had to say, look, I can't stay silent and I need to do something about it?
I think the first thing is that I pay attention to people. And also maybe because their stories, in a way, reconnect or resonate with mine. And also, if it's not the case, if it's a different story, then maybe by exhibiting part of their stories, will give them a place, like I do something for them. I don't have the solution. I'm not going to change the world, but at least we can share things and not say it doesn't happen.
So, these causes, what makes them so impossible for you to turn away from them?
For years, I've been writing my stories in books. I calculate it's for 54 years of writing in this kind of books since I was 13 years old. So I needed to be with someone, accompanied. It's hurting, and maybe by sharing it somewhere, we feel better. I can't resist underlining what are the issues of the human being.
In your journey, what fact or what reality about human beings, about human suffering, actually shocked you the most, and what made you actually sit up and think about it?
The lack of empathy, of humanity. I think we lost for the last, let's say, 30, 40 decades, because we were not educated in the 50s and 60s like that. It's like anything can happen to others and it doesn't bother anybody anymore.
Was there ever a moment in all the research you did, in all the writing you did, and then eventually brought it out in a collection, was there ever a moment of resilience from a child, a woman, just even a forgotten community, that has left an indelible mark in you?
The position of the women. I'm not a feminist, but I also fought for my rights when we were in the 70s, like for many topics, like, okay, I'm never going to get married. We have those same rights as the man, and but we did the double of the work, and so I was never in the streets, okay, but it's still there, that kind of balance between the two. And here on the continent, the place of the women is a devastating one.
What makes you say it's devastating for women?
Because it's a long fight for centuries. And what I thought we had in the 80s as a place, I think the world today about the women is even worse. It's like we have to restart again. And today the relationship with the young, even young men and women is just so complicated, so difficult. And it's the same fight for power. It's even worse because it has become more violent. It's like the violence doesn't bother the people.
What do you hope people will say you stood for, your art stood for?
For the insight of the soul of the people.
And what do you think they'll forget?
they won't forget anything. When you're fair and you tell your truth, it's a gift to others that they can feel and they will receive. And it lasts. It's like a good teacher, a bad teacher. You will forget the others and you might be remembering 3 ones. Not because they were teaching you something you like or you didn't like and you make it, but because of the kind of human person they were.
As June unfolds, Kaleidoscope brings fresh stories that matter. We'll be back again next week.